Hey there, everyone. Today, we are diving into a fascinating and complex topic, the ongoing diplomatic struggle between the United States and Iran, specifically the challenges President Trump faces in reaching a deal. Now, this is a story that's full of twists and turns, and I'm excited to break it down for you and share my thoughts along the way. So, let's start with a big question: why is Iran making such seemingly excessive demands? Well, it turns out these demands are actually part of a deal that Trump himself agreed to a couple of months ago. Iran's proposal, presented by a high-ranking official, outlines conditions for opening the Strait of Hormuz, a crucial waterway for global oil traffic. They want the U.S. to end its naval blockade, lift sanctions, release frozen assets, withdraw military forces, and even pay reparations for the damage caused by U.S. bombardment. Now, here's where it gets interesting. This proposal is based on a Memorandum of Understanding, MOU, signed by U.S. and Iranian negotiators in June. Trump hailed it as a major achievement, but it quickly fell apart due to conflicting interpretations. Iran's leaders, particularly those in the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, are now using this MOU to their advantage, pushing for a win and asserting their control over the Strait of Hormuz and their own country. Trump, on the other hand, seems to be in denial or playing a dangerous game of chess. He claims he's low-keying it with Iran, waiting for them to collapse, and downplaying the situation as a simple waiting game. But let's be real, this is not a game of chess, it's a high-stakes geopolitical conflict with real-world consequences. And it's not just Iran. Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, and his associate, Steve Witkoff, have been globetrotting, trying to negotiate deals, including a 15-point peace plan for Gaza, which was promptly rejected by Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu. These deals, largely crafted by non-officials, have been criticized as ill-conceived and lacking diplomatic expertise. So, what's the way forward? Well, some argue that the MOU, despite its flaws, might be the best option to avoid keeping the Strait of Hormuz closed or resuming a senseless war. There's room for bargaining and clarification in the language used. Our allies hope for a return to traditional diplomacy, but that likely requires a new precedent. In my opinion, this situation highlights the dangers of amateur diplomacy and the need for experienced professionals. It's a complex web of power dynamics, and I believe we need to take a step back and recognize the potential consequences of these actions. It's a fascinating, yet worrying, glimpse into international relations. So, there you have it, folks. A deep dive into the US-Iran diplomatic struggle. I hope this analysis has given you some food for thought. Remember, these are my personal reflections, and I'd love to hear your thoughts too. Until next time, keep curious and stay informed.